is the end of the world, yeah?
And it's a propaganda campaign.
You ladies know you're Israelites. Probably don't. You heard of it? So you're the sister, the mother. You're the mother. So you know you're Israelite. You told your daughters that they're Israelites as well. Right. You're not black or African or Pan-African. These are all bywords that will place upon you. Tell me that in Jeremiah 17:4, you shall discontinue from your heritage.
What's the point of being out here really saying to people you're all down? If you already know you're all down, why are you here?
Bossman. I'm not. That's it.
You said you're here to save. You said they're not here to save.
Yeah. Jeremiah chapter 17 verse 4. You shall discontinue from your heritage.
You must have been in the whole time.
Right?
The whole time. He jumps on top.
In the book of Jeremiah chapter 17 verse 4. And thou even thyself shall discontinue from the heritage that I gave.
Right, so it shows that what? Our people shall discontinue. We've been answering for so long and he's just not getting it.
We've spent enough time on it. If you don't get it, the only time we've been doing it is because it's edification for when it goes up on YouTube. Yeah? But other than that, like, remember, the elect is going to get it and the rest was blind. It just shows me that he just won't get it. There's a certain elect of people that just won't get it. That's it. He has to be two-thirds. He'll probably die and come back into the kingdom as a baby.
They need black man in their society as the meaning man. Stop white man. Black men to do it.
What's the money from? What is this about? What is Israelite?
Why is
Israelite? No. Israelites. Judaism is a religion. This is a heritage. Where are you from? Where am I from? I'm so-called Jamaican.
Are you preaching Israel?
We're Israelites, not Israelis. Those are imposters.
What is the location of this Israelite?
Huh?
What is the physical location for it?
What do you mean?
The country.
No, Israel is our country.
Where is that?
Israel is our country.
So where is it on earth? Where is it on earth? Where is it on earth? On this planet? Where is it?
On this planet?
Yeah.
No, I'm saying to you, our land is Israel, but we're not there at the moment because our people broke their laws.
Where is the land?
The land of Israel is Israel.
Yeah?
Yes,
The
we have.
original one.
The people over there are imposters. The people over there are imposters right now.
You're the original.
They're the true chosen people. You know, you ever read Revelations 2 and 9?
Yeah.
I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews or are not, but what is it? Synagogue of Satan. That's them fake Jews that call themselves Jews. They put themselves in that land in the Balfour Declaration, World War II, 1948.
So what made you think you're the original guy?
Do you know what makes me think? There is like, give me Jeremiah 17 and 4. The Bible said that the true chosen people will discontinue from their heritage because they didn't follow the laws of their God.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
What do you think of Christian churches and their support of Israel?
Well, they're absolutely demonic because they're set up by our enemy. They've been set up by our enemy. But I'll go finish this question first, Bossman, yeah? I'll get the YouTube channels, yeah? The YouTube channel is called YNS Romans 8:35. Just type in YNS Romans and it will come up, yeah?
You know, I need to. You say you're from Jamaica, right?
No.
No, I don't want to be on your camera.
Sorry, no?
No, from where?
No. My so-called lineage, what people call me today is a so-called Jamaican. I'm not Jamaican because Jamaican is a Bible. Jamaican means wood and water, land of wood and
What's
water.
your religion?
No,
Your religion?
this is not a religion. This
What's
is
your
law,
religion?
statutes, and commandments.
Don't forget about this. What's your religion?
This is okay. So this is my religion. Then. This is my religion.
What is this?
This is law, statutes, and commandments. We're Israelites.
Law, statutes?
Laws, statutes, and commandments.
Law.
Give me wisdom. Give me
He has a
Deuteronomy.
different understanding.
Give me Deuteronomy chapter 4 verse 7.
All right.
Alright. You know, right now you wouldn't want to be there because I think Russia and let me finish explaining because
that means basically when it's only chance,
what is your question? Because obviously you need to get back over here. Don't go to my
I
country.
was going to live there, no? Can I visit?
No, it would be very unwise. Well, honestly, martial law and everything. You know, the Bible talks about the lake of fire. That place over there is going to be the lake of fire. Yes. See what I'm saying? Because when it gets nuked, and it's going to get nuked, the Bible talks about World War III. Give me Revelations 11 and 14. Second war is past, the third war coming quickly. War means destruction. You see what I'm saying?
Well, North Korea has been firing towards North
Right.
Korea, and they went near to Alaska, didn't they?
Oh,
They've been tested out there, missiles.
It's a new...
Iran's got sanctions on them now, but Iran's saying that if you're imposing more sanctions, then America has to, take at least, I think it's like 1,000 or so kilometers away. Because you can't keep sanctioning a country, but still have the same airspace values. Because you're basically restricting someone, but you're restricting someone, but you're still allowed to come close to inflict them. You know what I'm saying? So that's why Iran's saying, well, you either fall back or need to be shot. And what's it? North Korea and South Korea having talks now. But according to the scripture, the third war is basically what we call it.
Yeah, I can see that going on.
Revelation chapter 11 verse 14. The second woe, which is war, is past.
the second woe is past, which is the Second World War. Right? Go on.
And behold, the third war cometh quick.
The third war cometh quickly, which is World War III. Every war starts financially. So you're in World War III right now. You understand? It's just that it hasn't got to the stage yet where it kicks off. You understand? Right?
Yeah, all this,
Because this place has nothing to export.
Yeah, but not even that. If you look at your pound coin now, yeah, you see the gold around the rim, and the middle bit is the silver. You know about the fall of Rome and the denarius, and they kept mixing the materials in the denarius, which is devaluing the currency. This currency that they're in, the national deficit, it's in the trillions. It's basically like, that's why if I was to pull out a fiver right now, it says I promise to pay the demand and the bearer the sum of what? Fiver, because that's the money that you got in your pocket is not money. It's an IOU. You're supposed to go to the bank and say, I want my £5 worth of gold, I want my £10 worth of gold. There's no gold in the bank. You know what I'm saying?
where's the safest country?
There's no safest country to live in, because when you represent,
Get me Revelation chapter 3 verse 10. There is no safe country. But this is what's going to help us. Alright?
a woman will be safe through a
A woman will be safe through a man, but we'll get that afterwards. But read it.
Revelation chapter 3 verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience.
Because we have kept the word of our God's patience. So us doing what we're doing now, we're keeping the word of the Most High's patience to the best of our ability. Because we're under curses. So obviously we can't follow our customs to the best of our ability. You see what I'm saying? Alright? Go on.
Thus we're not running over the heathen to try to take back the kingdom. Because the scripture says, wait ye upon me. So when you see all these Black Panthers and that, they're going off. Because Esau was given a blessing of weapons. So you can't fight him with his blessing. That's why Iran and that, they're getting blown the hell up. Because they're trying to kill Esau with his own blessing. You know what I'm saying? Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation.
Right, so where is it? Because we're keeping the word of the Most High Yahweh's patience. Because his name, get me Proverbs chapter 30 verse 4 real quick, yeah? His name is not God and Jesus. Those are titles. God is just a title. Proverbs chapter 30 verse 4. God is just a title, do you understand? That's not the name that's going to save you. And Jesus H. Christ is damn sure not going to save you. Do you understand? The name of the Most High is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahweh Shai. In the original Paleo Hebrew. Get me that one, yeah?
This is Proverbs chapter 30 verse 4. Whoever ascended up into heaven or descended,
Who has ascended up into heaven or descended? Who's ascended and descended? Who the world called Jesus Christ? God.
who have gathered the wind in his fist, who have bound the waters in a garment.
Who has gathered the wind in his fist, has bound the waters as a garment. The Most High has done that. Go on. Because it's him that sends the rain and pulls it back. Go on.
High tide, low tide, slack tide. Who have established all the ends of the earth.
Who has established all the ends of the earth? The Most High created the earth from the foundations. Go on.
And what is his son's name? What does that show you? That shows you that they're not the same people. What is his name and what is his son's name? God? God is not Christ as the church will tell you.
You're totally right. They have us idol worshipping.
Exactly. What is his name and what is his son's name? If thou canst tell. If you can tell. Because his name's not given to everyone. He's hidden his name. Why is that? Because our people did not appreciate it. Every time we went into captivity, because we had the name, we would always call on it. So when your kid gets into trouble, oh daddy, daddy, and then what? He'll go and do the same shit. So what do? You what? You lock the door now, and then what? Oh, you can't come to me now, innit? That's what's happened. The Most High got sick and tired of it, and now he's only saving a remnant of his people. Do you understand? So what is his name? What is the Most High's name? And what is his son's name, if you can tell? Because the church is damn sure don't know the name. Do you understand? Alright? You're not going to get the name from your church and everything else. His name is hidden. And the Most High's not dealing with everyone either. Go on. But the secret is revealed unto the prophets, yeah? Amos chapter 3, verse 7. Surely the Lord power will do nothing, yeah? He's not going to come down from his spiritual throne. He's not going to come down. Like people think they're going to walk with the Most High. You're never going to see him. Right, that's why in Exodus, it tells you who has seen me and lived. None. So when you see people, oh, I had a dream and I saw it. No. Right, and that's why we've got people talking about God came down and put himself on the cross. How disrespectful is that? Can you fathom how disrespectful that is? That's blasphemy. The Most High, the ultimate power, brought himself down onto a little planet and killed himself for earth and ashes. That's disrespectful as hell. You see what I'm saying? Go on, man. Well, these Christians will say they love the Lord. Surely the Lord power will do nothing, but he revealed his secret, which includes his name, unto his servants, the prophets. Right, unto his servants, the prophets, which is us, and that's why we're telling you the name now. Also, God, and that's how you know who the Lord's real prophets are. If you go to church, or if you go to an imam, yeah, or if you go to where, like Egyptology or that Kemet, African, what is it, Egyptology shit, yeah, they're not the servants of the Heavenly Father. They're servants of the Heavenly Father, those on the highways and the byways. Okay? Lamentations 3 and 27. It is good that a man beareth the yoke in his youth, because the Most High is dealing with young men. Because the Bible says you cannot put new wine in old bottles, it will crack. He's not dealing with an older man, because they've already got their conscience seared with a hot iron. Do you understand? No, but when it says older man, it'll be like an elderly person that has been drunk off the wine of this society. We have elders in this truth that have brought us up. They've been pushing the work way before we was even born. You know what I'm saying? So
They filled their cup when they was young.
exactly. Right, that's what the Bible says. That's what the Bible says. Bind up instruction in thy youth, and in your age you shall be wise. Okay. Oh yes, like it needs copies to translate. Lamentations chapter 2, verse.
Can I ask you a quick question? So who is Jesus to you, or who they would call Jesus?
Oh really?
Where's the best country to live? Is it go back to Africa?
Quickly grab the one. Give me Revelation 3 and 10.
When the world is at war, it means that the world is at war.
When the world is at war, it means the world is at war. Were they not going down into Africa in World War I and World War II?
And we fought for them.
Right, right. And they had Caribbean people fighting for them. Every war, go on. But the 2-minute silence is for our people. Remember, we was on the front line. They don't tell you that. They'll just talk about their grandfather and this person, that person. They didn't know that they used our people first, kill off our people first, then they use us as the reinforcements. Right, you know the South Park movie? You ever watched it? You never watched it? Has anyone watched the South Park movie? No one's watched the South Park movie. There's a scene in there when obviously they're going towards Canada, and this is when Chef was alive. He goes, wait a minute, all the black people are at the front. He called it Operation Get Behind the Darkies. That's what they did in World War I and II. They put our people in front of them, because our people fought in their wars. Our people fought in World War I and World War II. But there's no memorial about that. I was reading the Evening Standard a couple weeks ago, and it showed it's only now they're making a memorial about it. Why is that not on the front page? Because they don't respect you. Do you understand? If World War II and World War I are supposed to be so big, oh, they were fighting for racism, where the hell is the memorial for the Israelites and Negroes, Hispanics and Native Americans that were fighting in their wars? It's bullshit, do you understand? Go on. If we ever was to have a few time of silence, that would be silent forever. Yeah, because the amount of our people that have died, we'd be silent forever. They could have a 2-minute silence. Not many of their people died. If the Israelites was to have a moment of silence, it would be silent forever, basically.
Right, that's why, you know that movie Red Tails? George Lucas, he had to finance that with his own money. Hollywood didn't help him do that. And Hollywood's run by who? But first of all, it's the so-called Jewish, which are the top line of the nation of Edom, which are Caucasians. But it's Caucasians that run Hollywood. Do you understand? They don't want anyone to remember that our people. They don't want anyone to know that our people fought in World War I and II. You see what I'm saying? Get me, 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3, real quick, yeah? That day shall not come unless there be a falling away first, and the man of sin be revealed. That's what's happening right now. Do you understand? Those lies, you understand, it's all coming down now, man. It's all coming down. That's why the Bible says Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the one that followed after. Because these Caucasians, this is their society crumbling right now. It's crumbling faster than I can speak about it. Do you understand? And their elites know that. They're Rothschilds, they're DuPonts, Oppenheimers, the Gettysburgs, Rockefellers, their elites know it. The peons walking up and down, they don't know it. You see what I'm saying? But we know it. That's why the Bible says what? Shake the hand at them that they may go into the gates of the nobles. Because many times we told them if they really give a shit, they should go all the way up to Nottingham. Go to the Rothschilds up in Nottingham and you better bang down their door. Because this is your society.
You haven't told me the safest country.
Go on, there is no safest country. Get me Revelation 3 and 10.
The book of Revelation chapter 3 verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep you from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world. So there's going to be no place unless you've got a spaceship.
So I'm going to stay here in the UK.
Right.
No, it's not about that. It's not about best staying here in the UK. It's more about if the Heavenly Father sends you a man of the Lord. Which will be like one of the people that obviously know that they're Israel and that are dealing with the Heavenly Father, Yahweh and his son Yahweh Shai.
When you say send me a man, it's about husband.
Yeah, because the only way a woman will get saved is through a husband. Remember it says you shall save a man and his household.
But you know there's a lot of men that get saved through women.
No, it does say a man shall be sanctified through his woman. But the order of things is through the man. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I said women must always submit to their...
Right, but the thing is, but it's not an average Joe, it's not a nigger. There's a difference between a nigger and a prophet, you know what I'm saying? Because there's a difference between a nigger and a prophet. Because nigger and his wife, woman and a baby in the back. Sorry.
I just wanted to ask that.
Yeah, no, it's a difference between a nigger and a prophet.
Yeah. Did you say Roman?
Because the nigger will have his kid and his baby in the car and will shut up. A brother ain't gonna do that. And then you got brothers that in the Christian church system, they're not brothers. You need to find the man of the Lord. The man of the Lord won't be calling him Jesus Christ. That's not his name. You call him that name or Allah or any other name, but Yahweh and Yahweh Shai that name. So it's basically not Jesus Christ. The 2/3 of our people aren't gonna make it. But it's not that your father who sends you a man. I'm saying you do have certain women that know this truth and know this knowledge and keep to those commandments to the best of their ability. Yeah, obviously if they keep themselves humble and they keep them in that day, the Heavenly Father will send them a man in that day. Or he'll preserve them.
And the man will be sent the right woman as well, right?
No, the woman will be sent to the man. Like, say when a woman says that, no, you can get the scripture.
Well, that's what the Bible says, a wicked woman is given a portion to a wicked man. So that's why when you got promiscuous women, and they're like, oh, men are this and that, whatever, well, that's because she's being wicked.
Right.
So the Bible says giving her wicked men.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But the Bible says what? Ecclesiastes chapter 8 verse 11, a righteous man, the Most High shall allow him to flee from a wicked woman. The Most High won't give him a wicked woman. You see what I'm saying? And on top of that, there's more women on the planet than men. That's natural statistics. You see what I'm saying? Which shows what? The man is more precious than the woman. You see what I'm saying? But you have to prove the one about the woman being saved from the man. Go get Isaiah 4 verse 1 and Isaiah 32 verse 2. You got that one, yeah? Oh.
Isaiah chapter 4 verse 1. And in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man.
Right, so 7 means just means completion. It just means completion. So it could be 7, it could be 70, it could be 700. It just means completion, that's what it means. Yeah, that's why you put the term several. Several means any number. You see what I'm saying? Go on, read that again.
this is the day of destruction, and this is Isaiah chapter 4 verse 1. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. Right. That basically, more or less, that basically means for a woman to be called by a man, she's going to be married to him. You see what I'm saying? That's what that means. Alright? So, more basically, for a woman to be married, because when the Bible talks about marriage, you see what I'm saying? When it says Adam knew his wife, and it says he knew his wife again and conceived Seth. So when it says to know someone, it's talking about sexual intercourse. You see what I'm saying? So you're like, oh, don't talk to her, why is that? Because I know her. Because you know her intimately. When the Bible talks about Adam knew his wife again, he didn't forget her. That's the terminology that they used for intercourse. You see what I'm saying? You know? Isaac took Rebecca into his mother's tent, and he knew her. Yeah, they wasn't playing Twister. You know what I'm saying? They were obviously knocking boots. But obviously in the scripture, it's not because that is written in Hebrew. So obviously when it's translated in English, it's going to say he knew her because it's not written in the same context. Right, exactly, just like in boys, Sodom and Gomorrah. When the batty man were banging on the door, they said what? Bring the men out so that we may know them. You see what I'm saying? The gay African, they wanted to rape the angels. But Lot, the righteous Lot, he was like, do not such a foolish thing. Here's my, what is it? His daughter and his concubine. You know what I'm saying? Do whatsoever you will with them. Because they're under his jurisdiction, in his household, under his reliability. But the angels went there to take him. His wife only went with him because the Heavenly Father knew that Lot loved his wife. The Heavenly Father didn't give a whatever about his wife. Because Lot's wife still died. Why? Because she was comfortable living with them faggots. Right, but he had mercy unto her up to that point for Lot's sake. He had mercy upon her for Lot's sake. But she still turned because what? She turned, she looked back. Right. Looking back isn't just looking back like, oh, she looked back. It's because she missed it. Yeah, she agreed she was confederate with it. When you're looking back at something, it means that you're reminiscing. You know what I'm saying? So that means you're comfortable in that society. You're comfortable with faggots trying to rape. You know what I'm saying? Because in that day, they would basically, see how men grab up women and like that. It would be men grabbing up men. Nowadays, the depiction on TV, it shows that faggot men are, what is it? They are feminine and that, but they're all sneaking. No, that's not the thing. When you go to these gyms, it's mainly these men that are buffed up that are actually faggots, man. That will be grabbing up a next man, trust me. They're the real actual, that's how it was in those times. That's why it's coming back to now. Exactly. When it comes to the relationships and that, exactly, that's what it's going to go back to. You're going to have a big grown-ass man trying to grab up a man like you. You have to fight them up. It's going to be a serious thing, but if the Heavenly Father deal with you, you won't have nothing to worry about. Right, that's why you watched the movie called Book of Eli. Right, you watched it, yeah? You saw the bit when she was independent by herself, and then them guys tried to rape her. And then what, out of the blue, Eli comes, because that movie's supposed to represent the man of the Lord in that day. That's what it's about.
That is the Bible.
Right. That's what it's supposed to represent, a man of the Lord in that day. Do you see what I'm saying? Get me that one, a man shall be a hiding place from the wind. You got it, yeah? This is the book of Isaiah chapter 32 verse 1. Behold, a king shall reign in righteousness, and princes slacker. Verse 2. And a man shall be as a hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest. Right, and that's talking about the destruction and the tribulation to come. A man of the Lord, not any random nigga around the street. No, ain't gonna be no tea on the corner. You know what I'm saying? Ain't gonna be no, offend me. Ain't gonna be no hood rat that you see right now getting money in here. Because money ain't gonna mean nothing in that day. Remember, these are the Federal Reserve notes. People are gonna be burning it to keep warm. You know what I'm saying? They gold chains and their cars and that. How are you gonna fill up your little BMW? You know what I'm saying? Petrol ain't gonna mean nothing. You're gonna use that petrol to try and cook your food. Right, so read that again. And a man shall be as a hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest. Right, and that's the tribulation to come. Starvation, you're going to see a lot of people out here starving. You got to get me that one in Job, and it talks about you should laugh in the face of calamity. Right? People will be starving out here. A lot of these hard men, they're in these gangs, they're going to be bugging out. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of rape out here because it's going to be anarchy. It's going to be mad. Cannibalism as well is coming back. Biological warfare because you're going to have all these dead bodies everywhere. Who can pick them up? Ain't no one going to pick them up. You got to get me that in what is it? The Bible talks about friends shall fight like enemies for very lack of bread. Man, your friend will be breaking in your yard to get the little bit of food that you got from. You see what I'm saying? It's going to go back to a bar system.